When I was 13, my parents told me to grow up and stop being a burden, then left me at a rest stop 70 miles from home. I slept in a ditch that night. I never spoke to them again until last week when I got a wedding invite from my sister with a note from them inside. The sky was muddy blue with streaks of gray when it happened. We'd pulled off at some sketchy highway rest stop, 2 vending machines and a flickering streetlight. I went inside to use the bathroom. When I came out, the car was gone. I waited for hours, called my mom's phone, straight to voicemail. My dad's, same. A trucker gave me a weird look when I asked to borrow his phone. He said no and kept walking. Eventually, I curled up in a ditch behind the rest stop and stared at the stars until morning. I hitchhiked home the next day. A woman and her teenage son picked me up. I made up a story about getting separated from my family. She gave me a granola bar and 20 bucks. When I walked through the door, my mom was folding laundry. My dad was on the couch. My sister Celine was painting her nails. "You're back," my mom said, like I'd just come home from school. No apology, no explanation. I was the youngest of 3, the afterthought, the oops baby. Celine was the golden child, effortless, adored. My brother Nate called me the parasite. My parents mostly ignored me. When they did speak, it was to tell me to be quieter, lighter, less. The summer I turned 12, money got tight. My dad's business was failing. My allowance disappeared, but Nate still got gas money. Celine got a new phone. When I asked why, my mom snapped, "They're an investment. What are you?" My dad said it clearer at dinner one night. The power had gone out because they hadn't paid the bill. We sat around camping stove rice and beans by candlelight. I tried to lighten the mood, mentioned something I'd read at the library about ancient Greeks using mirrors to start fires. He slammed his hand on the table. "Why don't you shut up for once? Every time you open your mouth, it's some useless fact. You're just noise, a constant reminder of everything that went wrong." That's when I knew they didn't want a better version of me. They didn't want me at all. The night before the rest stop, I'd asked if I could go to summer camp like Nate used to. I'd saved half the money myself. My dad didn't even look up from his cereal. "Maybe if you weren't such a burden." That word branded itself into me. At 18, I moved out, changed my number, and built a life of my own. For 10 years, I was free. Then last week, an envelope arrived. My sister's wedding invitation. Inside was a handwritten note from my parents. "Let's put the past behind us. Mistakes were made. We miss you." No apology. Just corporate speak for abandoning a child. And below it, Celine added, "P.S. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't make a scene. This day is about me." I didn't respond, but I started planning. I mailed them a box filled with my college diploma, design awards, and photos of the life they never saw. At the bottom, a picture of me when I was 12, standing in front of that rest stop bathroom. Small, sunburned, terrified. I labeled it "For the Ones Who Forgot." 2 days later, my dad called. "This is dramatic. Don't ruin your sister's wedding." He wasn't dismissive anymore. He was rattled. So I RSVP'd, and I showed up. The wedding was perfect. White petals, champagne, smiling guests. During the reception, I asked for the mic. The room went quiet. "Good evening. I'm Jonah, the youngest sibling. I want to congratulate Celine and Samson. I hope your marriage is built on honesty, respect, and presence, things that sometimes get overlooked in families." I paused. When I was 13, my parents left me at a rest stop, 70 miles from home. I slept in a ditch that night, hitchhiked back the next day. When I walked in, they looked at me like I was the problem. A fork clattered. Someone gasped. I looked at my father. He couldn't meet my eyes. "I'm not here to ruin your day, Celine. I'm here to reclaim mine. The one I lost. The one none of you even remember." I raised my glass. "Here's to the truth." Silence. Then someone clapped. My aunt, then others. The applause grew. My mother didn't touch her wine. My father disappeared outside. Celine stopped smiling. We left before dessert. Weeks passed. No texts, no calls. Then slowly, messages came. From cousins, from distant relatives. "You were brave. I'm sorry. We should have helped." But from my parents, nothing. 3 months later, I printed the photo of me giving that toast and pinned it to my wall with a note. "You made it." They left me behind once, but I walked away on my own terms.